Hello everyone. Welcome back to Plant Simulation Pro. Datatables are the heart of plant simulation. Today, we'll master how to add, read, and delete data in DataTable using SimTalk methods. Let's begin by learning how to add data into a datatable using SimTalk. Let's take an example. Drag a datatable and a method object into your frame. To rename, select the datatable and press F2, then change its name to DT. You can give any name to the table. Let's open the table, and you'll see the column and row numbers at top and side of the table. These numbers will be used to access columns and rows of DataTable. For that, open the method and write the code. The structure looks like this. DataTable, in square bracket, column number, comma, row number. So the code will be DT11 equals station 1. Click Apply Changes, then right-click on the method and select Run from the context menu. The datatable has now been modified, and you'll see that the first cell contains the text, Station 1. This is the most basic and common way to insert data into a datatable using SimTalk. Now here's something useful. If you want your table to have index rows and columns, you can activate them in the List tab from Ribbon. Let's enable the index row and index column by activating column and row index. Now we can give a name to our first column. Let's name it Station Name. Once this is set, we don't have to use the column number anymore, we can refer to the column by its name. So now, open the method again. Delete the previous line and write DT station name 2 equals station 2. Click Apply, and this time use the shortcut key, F5 to run the method. Check the table. The value, station 2 is now added in the second row of the station name column. That's it. This is how we can add data in any specific cell in a data table, either by using column numbers or column names. Now, what if we want to add data in whole row? For that we can use appendRow attributes. Let's do it in the method. Open method once again and comment out the previous code by selecting them and click on Toggle Comment from Ribbon tab. Now use appendRow attribute of the data table. Click Apply, and press F5 to run the method. Now check the table and a new row added in the table with all buffer information. This is how we can add any data in a data table. Now let's understand how to read a table and retrieve data from it. Let's jump right in. So, we already have some data stored in a data table, and now we want to extract that data using a method. To do that, let's create a new method and name it getData. Once the method opens, we'll start by defining a variable named current station as string. Next, we'll read a value from the data table. Let's say we want the value from column 1 and row 2. Here's the line of code. Current station equals DT1, 2. Now, to check what value we're getting, let's add a debugger. Right-click on the line of code and select Debugger. Don't forget to apply changes. After that, press F5 to run the method. The method will pause in debugger mode. Now you can step through the method using the Step Over button. You'll see that the variable data now holds a value, and that value comes directly from the data table. Plant simulation also allows you to use column names instead of column numbers. For example, if your column is named buffer name, you can write current station equals DT buffer name 1. This does the exact same thing but is often clearer and easier to maintain. And that's how you can read data from a data table using a method. Now let's understand how to delete data from a data table. You can delete a specific cell or even the entire table. Let's go through all of these step by step with examples. First, take a new method and name it deleteData. Let's start by deleting a single cell. For example, we'll delete the value in row 1 of the station name column. Inside the method, write DT station name 1 equals void. Now apply the changes and press F5 to run the method. You'll see that the value in that cell has been deleted. Now, to delete a whole row, we use the cutRow attribute. For that, clear the previous method and write dt.cutRow 2. Now apply the changes and press F5 to run the method. You'll see that the row is deleted and all other rows automatically move up, no empty row left behind. You can use the same logic for columns using cutColumn attribute. Now, to delete the entire table contents, we use the delete attribute. For that, clear the method and write dt.delete. Now apply the changes and press F5 to run the method, and you'll notice that only column 1 of the data table has been removed, not the entire table contents. That's because the delete attribute does not remove the data from the row index. If you want to delete the entire table's contents, you can use the deleteContents attribute. So remove the old code and write dt.deleteContents. Now apply the changes and press F5 to run the method, and now you'll see that all table contents are gone. And that's how you can use methods to handle all kinds of tasks in DataTable in Tecnomatix Plant Simulation. If you learned something new today, make sure to watch the video on standard and user-defined attributes. It's going to help you even more. See you in that one, and keep simulating.